the southern hemisphere. Okay. Next, above, if we talk about the northern hemisphere, see this part is complete part is northern hemisphere. Okay. So next parallels of latitude is Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degree north. N means north. Why is this north given? Because it is in the northern hemisphere. This is the Tropic of Cancer. Then comes Arctic Circle. It is at 66.5 degree north. Again north because it is in northern hemisphere. All this is northern hemisphere. Now, if you see to the south, here you have Tropic of Capricorn in the south. So see this reading, 23.5 south and 23.5 north. So this is in the northern hemisphere. So it is north N, and this is in the southern hemisphere. So it is south. Next to Tropic of Capricorn is Antarctic Circle. Okay. Now, zones. If we talk about zones, the zone between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, the zone between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, this zone is Torrid Zone. Here you will find it's a hot region. Okay, the region here is very, very hot because it is the equator where the sun's rays are very, very sharp, because of which the region is very hot. Okay, this is the torrid region. Now, in the north and in the south, the next zone to the torrid zone is, here it is not temperate zone. Here it is south temperate zone. Here, why north? Because it is in the northern hemisphere, and why south? Here it is in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so this orange mark, see this mark is your temperate zone, which is in south temperate zone. Okay, and here is north temperate zone, this complete thing. Next is the frigid zone. Both the ends, North Pole and South Pole, are frigid zone. What is the meaning of that frigid zone? Do you know?
Ma'am, there is freezing cold.
It is going to be very, very cold. Yes, it is going to be cold. This is the frigid zone. Ice, you will find only the snow there. Okay, so this and this. It is at 66.5 south and 66.5 north. Do you have any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Now, me here. Seeing this, you can answer me seeing this. Okay. Now, which parallel of latitude is there? Which parallels of latitudes are there to the north of equator? Which parallels of latitudes are there to the north of equator? North, this is equator, and north of equator is all this. So I'm asking about parallels of latitudes. Which all are there? You can tell me. See, this is equator. And this is northern, and this is southern hemisphere.
Ma'am, Tropic of Cancer.
Yes, very good.
And ma'am, Arctic Circle.
Yeah,
Arctic.
and to the south?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
at the south,
Tropic
Tropic of
Capricorn.
Capricorn
Very
And
good.
Antarctic Circle.
Antarctica.
Yeah, very good. Both of you are right. Okay. So did you understand this? So these are
Yes,
parallels
ma'am.
of latitudes. Latitudes means sleeping lines to the equator, or you can say what horizontal lines to the equator. Okay, it will be like this. All these are latitudes. Okay, when we talk about longitudes, it will be long like this, vertical lines. Okay, now, so this talks about, you must know at what degree is your Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, and equator, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. You must know the, you know, this value you should know, the position. Okay. So Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is same. Just you have to write now north and south. North for Cancer and Tropic of Cancer, and S for Tropic of Capricorn. Same way for Antarctic Circle, you have to write north, 66.5 degree north, and this is 66.5 degrees south for Antarctic Circle. Now let us come to the heat zones. These are the zones I was talking about. I just told you. These are called as heat zones. This is one, this is second, and this is third. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So heat zones we will talk. One minute. So heat zones of the Earth. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all the latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. See, there are many countries. See, globe is there. Okay. This is the globe. So many countries will fall under this, right? Between this zone, many countries will fall, right? So definitely, whatever are the lines here, whatever countries fall, definitely one or the other year they are going to have midday sun in the sense 12 to 1. This sun rays are going to be completely on overhead. Okay, so that is going to produce lot of heat. Okay, now in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, so what is this zone called as? Between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, what is the zone called as? This zone,
Ma'am,
torrid
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 Zone.
zone.
torrid zone. Yes, so this area therefore receives maximum heat and is called as the torrid zone. Okay, why it is called as torrid? Means it is very, very hot. Okay, gets maximum heat. Now the midday sun never shines overhead. See what happens in your, let me finish this. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Can you tell me the reason why it is not exactly striking, but it is little slant? Why? Because the sun rays are slant. Here you see this picture. See, this is the equator, the sun falling on the equator. Okay, but here the slant rays goes this side. This side will be the definitely slant rays, right? Here will be slant rays. So wherever slant rays are falling, those rays are not going to produce that much heat as they are producing in torrid zone. Okay, so beyond Tropic of Cancer and beyond Tropic of Capricorn, the region is called as, can you tell me? It is temperate zones. So
Torrid
for
zone.
northern zone, it is called as North Temperate Zone, and for the southern part, it is called as Southern South Temperate Zone. So here it is. beyond Tropic of Cancer in the north, this part. Not able to do it, I don't know why. This part, okay? This part is north temperate zone. Here, the sun rays are not at all straight on the head. Okay, they are slant. Okay, so they don't, this region doesn't get, complete heat. It is not very heat. So it's only, it is called as temperate. Okay, here also, the sun rays are slant. So this is south temperate zone. Okay. And here it is straight. The sun rays are very, very straight, sharp. So it causes a lot of heat. Now, this zone is called as temperate zone. Next zone. Now, next to the Arctic, the areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and the Tropic of Cancer and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere have, they're talking about the temperate zone. Here they are talking about this. They had temperate zone. Okay, now frigid zone will be between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. And in the north, and in the south it is Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Okay, they are the frigid zone. Okay, and they're very cold. Let me show you once again. Now, is this picture clear? If I tell you to draw this diagram, important latitudes, and we're talking about latitudes only here. We are not talking about the longitudes. If I tell you to draw important latitudes and heat zones, can you draw? All of you. Will you be able to draw?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Aditya said yes. Then who else said yes? Who has not understood this? Can you tell me? Has anyone who has not understood this part? We are talking about latitudes and heat zones. So how many zones are there? How many heat zones are there?
3.
3. Very good. One is torrid. What is the next one? Temperate zone.
Ma'am, south
Temperate zone.
temperate zone and north temperate zone.
Yes. So when you write temperate zone, you should write 1 north temperate zone, 2 south temperate zone. Okay. Then when you talk about frigid zone, you should talk about north frigid zone and south frigid zone. Okay. So you have understood this. Now let us move to the next one. What are longitudes? Now we come to the longitudes. Here we are. Okay, these are longitudes. It touches it again. It is an imaginary line. It touches the North Pole and the South Pole. Okay, so all are like this, but there is one thing which is just perpendicular to see here 0 degree and 90 degree. It is very much perpendicular to, see, I'll show you here. I'll take you to, can you see this? See, this is the prime
Yes.
meridian. Yeah, this is the prime meridian at 0 degree here. Excuse me. See this. This is horizontal lines are called as latitude and vertical lines are called as longitude. prime meridian is one of the longitudes. Equator is latitude. Now, a point where, see, this green line is prime meridian. Let me take something where I can show you properly. Yeah, here. See, this is the northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere, and this is prime meridian. Okay. Now, prime meridian divides the Earth into,
Eastern and western part.
yes, eastern and western hemisphere. Okay. Prime meridian is, see, this is the prime meridian. Okay, here is the prime meridian. The prime meridian and 180-degree meridian divide the Earth into two equal halves. The eastern hemisphere, this is the eastern hemisphere, and this is the western hemisphere. Therefore, the longitude of a place is followed by the letter E. So whenever we talk about latitudes, it will be, we will mark with E or W. And whenever we talk about latitudes, we talk about N or S. Southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. Okay. And whenever you talk about longitudes, it is eastern and western hemisphere. So here are the, so how many are there? How many longitudes are there? Do you know? Let me show you. See, line of reference running from North Pole to South Pole is longitudes. These lines of references are called as meridians of longitude. And what are those called as? What are latitudes called as?
Prime
Parallels.
meridian.
Yeah, no. Latitudes are called as parallels. Parallels of latitudes. But meridian, this longitudes are called as meridians of longitude. And the distance between them are measured in degrees of longitude. Whenever you say something, you say degree, longitude, uh, uh, degree, not east or west, and then it will be called as, in that is with the letter E and W, you will consider whether it is a latitude or longitude. See, longitude, with longitude we always use E and W. With latitude we use north and south, N and S.
And so,
Each degree is further divided into minutes. Okay, and minutes again into seconds. They are semicircles. If you see this, see, I have taken a picture. They are semicircles. Okay. And distance between decreases steadily until it becomes zero at the poles. When you go to the zero, it becomes, when you go to the poles, it becomes zero. Their distance is reduced there at the poles. Unlike parallels of latitude, all meridians are equal in length. See, latitudes are not equal in length. Okay, they're becoming shorter when they go to the North Pole and South Pole. But here, they are all equal in same length. Hence, all country decided that the count should begin from the meridian which passed through the Greenwich. Do you know what is Greenwich? It is in the it is a British Royal Observatory where Greenwich passes. So it is called as prime meridian, which I showed you. Its value is 0-degree longitude and 180-degree eastward, and as well as 180-degree westward. So now I will show you where is prime meridian. Here, see, 0-degree at the equator. Okay, and here if you go in London, in Britain, it is there, Greenwich. And so only we follow GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That is the standard clock which we follow. We all, the complete world follows that. The prime meridian and 180-degree meridian divides the Earth into two equal halves, which is Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere. Therefore, the longitude of a place is followed by letter E for the East and W for the West. It is, however, interesting to note that 180-degree East and 180-degree West meridians are on the same line. Here, I don't know how. Prime meridian, let me show you. Which can show you the best. See, it is where this is the equator, right? Now here it is cutting the equator. So here it has 180-degree and here also 180-degree difference. Okay, so it divides the Earth into Eastern and Western Hemisphere. See, this is the figure 2.6. This is the, you can locate any point on the globe very easily if you know its latitude and longitude. If somebody says 30-degree east, okay, if I say 30-degree east, what does that mean? What am I talking about? Latitude or longitude?
Longitude.
Longitude, yes,
Longitude.
because yes, very good. East and west means it is dividing into longitude. A meridian, we are talking about the meridians, right? Meridians of longitude. Now, if I say 45-degree north, what are we talking about?
Latitudes.
Latitudes. Very good. So, have you understood about latitudes and longitudes as of now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody? Okay. Longitude and time. See, all the places on Earth have a different time zone. Okay, definitely there is a difference between, in India itself, there are two hours difference, 2.5 hours difference from north to south, but it is actually not. What we did, suppose, see, from olden days only we are going, how did we have watches in the past? No. How our ancestors used to take out, see the time and watch the time correctly? You used to guess the time correctly. How? The movements of the Earth, Moon, and the planets. They used to see the stars. They used to see how the sun rays are falling on the ground, how the shadow is made. Okay. So measuring time was totally based on the movement of the sun, Earth, Moon, planets. So now the sun regularly rises and sets every day. It rises and sets. And we keep the, okay, when it rises, where the shadow falls, where it is on the top of our head, where the shadow is. Okay, what time exactly they used to say the time? Local time now. But how now we are deriving into one standard time for all over places, all over country. This is how we are going to do now. I'll tell you. Local time can be reckoned by the shadow cast by the sun, which is shortest at noon and the longest at sunrise and sunset. So whenever it is noon, it is going to be short. Our shadow is very short. And at the 12:15, 12:30 till 1, it is going to be the shortest one. After that, it slant. It is just, the rays become slant. So our shadow also becomes far, and we can understand that it is going to be sunset. Now, as the Earth rotates from west to east, remember this point, as the Earth rotates from west to east, the direction is west to east. Those places east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time, and those to the west will be behind it. I'll show you the picture now. See, I'll show you that picture. Let me show you that picture first. This is the picture. See, it said that See, this is the Greenwich. Okay, this is the Greenwich. It is in Britain. Now it is telling that those who are west of Greenwich, west of Greenwich, they will be east of Greenwich. See, it says those places east of Greenwich will be ahead. Now let us go to east of Greenwich. This is east. Okay. And this is west. So they will be ahead. So this is this or this, all these places are ahead 1 hour. This is 2, 3. Here. So plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is going to be, their time is going to be different by those many hours. And this is going to be late. Okay. So this is going to be late by these many. Did you understand that? Now, local time of places which are on different meridians are bound to different. See, if somebody is here and somebody, this is meridian we're talking about. Okay, so somebody is here and somebody is here, the time is definitely going to differ. Okay, because of the movement position of the sun. It is therefore necessary to adopt local time of some central meridian of a country as the standard time of the country. So what they did, so for each and every country, they took one standard meridian. Okay. For India, they took one place in Uttar Pradesh. That is the meridian for us. So what they did, see, if I say for Indian Railway, I take example. If I say that our time zone is also 2 hours difference, 2.5 hours difference is there. If we don't follow the same standard time, how it is going to be a problem? See, if some train is going to come now, I see the time as 7:30 and it tells 9:30. So what time I will follow? I don't know which time to follow. According to the train, it is 9:30. But if time 2.5 hours time difference is there, which time I should follow? There will be a lot of confusion all over the country. Nobody will be able to follow one standard time, and everybody will be late for the job or travel or any work, right? So every country followed one standard time for their own country. Okay, in India, longitude of this is longitude 82.5 is treated as the standard meridian. Let me show you Indian standard meridian to all of you where it is. See, here it is. What is the time? Yeah, so can you see here? You cannot see actually. I will show you with some name where it is not clear. See, 82.5 is here. It goes by this place. Okay, so that is taken as between this and longitude 82.5, and see this between these it is taken. I will show you somewhere it is. See here. It is a place actually, Mirzapur. Somewhere I saw Mirzapur was written, but now I'm not finding it. Mirzapur. Yeah, here it is. See, this is the place where this is meeting here. So this place is our standard meridian, Indian standard meridian. So we followed that and we've removed the confusion between 2 hours fast, late, all that. And this helped to form our standard Indian standard time. The local time at this meridian.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Tell me.
I don't
I can't hear you.
understand. Ma'am, I didn't understand.
Okay, I'll tell you once again. See, to avoid the confusion, see here, if somebody is in Gujarat, somebody is in Arunachal Pradesh. See, in between the Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat, there is some kind of difference in hour. Okay, it is not the same time. So to avoid that uh, see, every meridian has a different time. Okay, definitely that meridians which are far from each other. See, here at this point and here at this point, definitely there are two different meridians, right? So there is going to be for every one degree, difference. It is, see, I'll show you. I think I didn't tell you about this. See, for every meridian, see, there are so many meridians, right? So some place which is here and some place which is here, in one country only I'm talking, there is going to be time difference, right? There will be time difference between 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So if we don't have a standard time, if we don't have standard time for the whole country, we will not be able to follow we will see. I will follow something which is 2 hours later. Somebody in Andhra Pradesh or somebody in Arunachal Pradesh follows some 2 hours later time. So to avoid that confusion, we all started following the same timing. Okay, and for Indian time, for the whole world, the time is green. We follow Greenwich Mean Time. We follow this one. You know, here is the Greenwich Mean Time we follow, and it is standard. It is set for everybody. But in India, if you have to take standard time, it is going to be the Mirzapur, Lucknow near Lucknow, UP. That is standard time. See, if we take the time, we will not be 2 hours late or 2 hours fast. All see now, if I ask you what is the time, what is the time in your watch now?
Ma'am, 7:20.
Ma'am, 7:26.
7:25 or 7:26. Okay, so just 1 minute difference is there here, right? But if we go by 2 hours, 3 hours difference, so now I should have finished the class. And for few, I wouldn't have finished the class. So we have to follow a standard timing so that we all can work together based on that time. Right? Now, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you? Did you understand, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, here is what I was saying. This is the line 82.5 east, what we follow for our India. Okay, and for the world, every country in the world follows the standard time. So only, do you think if I call somebody who is in London, will have the same time? No. So everybody, all the countries follow that because that's the prime meridian. So everybody, all the countries follow the prime meridian format. Okay, and in India, for every country there is one standard meridian which they follow, because every country has a different meridian. They lie between the different meridians, right? And here, this is a place where this meets, it cuts. So we have followed this point. Now here I want to tell you about 300. See, longitudes are imaginary lines running from north to south pole and parallel to prime meridian. Okay, longitudes. See, suppose this is Earth, this is prime meridian. Okay, so all the longitudes are line running from north to south. Okay. And they are totally 360 in numbers. How 360? Means after prime meridian, see there are longitudes are 360. So here 180, 180, and totally latitudes are 181. 90 in the north, 90 in the north, 90 in the south, and one is equator. So 90, 90, 180, 180 plus 1, 81 are the latitudes. Longitudes are 360. Okay, so all these longitudes are 360. 180, 180. 179, 179. See, out of 360, 179 in the western, 179 in the eastern, one is the Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, and one is at the 0 degree. Okay, so these are the longitudes and latitudes. Now, did you understand, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The next class, have you finished this in the school?
No, ma'am.
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so see what different information you get in the school. I want you to share with me, please. In the school, if ma'am talks about something different information, please do share with me. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay then. Bye-bye. And I think you have another class to join.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Bye and take care.
Bye, ma'am. Good night.
Bye, ma'am.
Good night.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.